And we're live, your boy, Down 4 and...
Big fucking Al.
How the fuck you doing?
How the fuck are you guys doing? Today is Thursday night. I believe it's August 25th, if I'm not mistaken. It's alright. It's probably about 11 o'clock Eastern time.
Whatever.
When we're shooting the show. But we got a very interesting topic today. It's a little bit of a deviation from what we normally talk about, but also very relatable to what the fuck we talk about.
You gonna learn how to act, boy.
Learn how to act right. So tonight we're gonna be talking about EQ. If you don't know what the fuck that means emotional intelligence.
EQ.
Yo, you mad, bro?
Oh, why are you mad, bro?
Yeah, chill out a little bit, okay?
Emotional intelligence. Oh my gosh, there's so many different routes we could go with this, but we're gonna keep it savage and we're gonna keep it gentleman. It's kind of like what we do. You know, me personally, I've been in some situations when I was younger and my emotional intelligence simply wasn't there.
No, you kind of like gotta learn it, right?
You gotta develop it.
Yeah, so you gotta learn how to act. You gotta get in these situations where you overreacted to some shit you should not overreact to, right? And then once you're like that, you're like, oh fuck. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone says something, it was like maybe a slight jab, a joke, but then you go for the jugular, you absolutely just destroy them, but it was 100% unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
That's not highlighting a high emotional intelligence, right? Because you're basically like, they do a little jab, they want to get a little reaction out of you, and then you were like, you know what, bro? Fuck your mom, you know
what, bro? What,
yeah,
bro?
Fuck your mom, you know? I mean, don't fuck your mom, but
yeah, you know,
that's like an example, you know. That's what we're talking about.
You can't like, and this is for men, this is for women, this is for everybody. Like, it really depends on it's action and reaction. Like, how much energy and time should you put into a reaction that is negative? For the most, you should really put none and ignore it. But some people do, especially, you know, if they're close to you, some people do know exactly what buttons to press and how to get under your skin. Now, how do you deal with that? You can always take a break. You can always pause and say, you know what? Currently, right now, I feel like you're a little bit upset, and I think we should talk about this when you calm down. You know, believe it or not, it's easier said than done, and a lot of people don't like it when you tell them to calm down.
Or when you tell someone to calm down, or
calm down.
Yeah, like, or relax, or like my new favorite one. This is my new favorite one. If you're like out of line a little bit, I'm like, yo, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Let's go to fucking bed. You know?
Some people need to go to bed. You know.
Yeah.
Up all night. You don't know how to act.
Yeah, it's like completion of the sentence is like go to bed, wake up in the morning, and try fucking again.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes go take a nap. You know, go take a fucking 2 hours. That's all you need, like, to pick your head up. You know.
You don't want to walk around being a raging bitch. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Flying Dog. They're brewed in Maryland, so it's pretty much local. We're in a DMV right now shooting this.
It's an IPA.
Yeah, it's a very heavy guy. It's kind of risky as we're talking about emotional intelligence, right? Because you want to sound like you have some intelligence, but you're drinking the heaviest fucking beer you can find in a store.
Dude.
I mean, obviously it's 12%, so don't come out with your nose and shit.
Kind of smart.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's 8%. It's very hoppy. All you need is really a six-pack between you and your boy, you and your girl. We don't
it's quick. It's a quick one. But back to the emotional intelligence. You have any examples where you've been put in a spot and you're just like, damn, maybe I should have said that, or damn, maybe I should have did that. I used to kick women out, and this is true story, but I don't do that anymore because I have higher emotional intelligence now. Because that's not the right thing to do. You see, I'm learning. We're all learning. We're still learning, and that's why I tell you to learn from our mistakes. Don't kick people out, especially if you invited them over. You look crazy. You want to look crazy? No, you don't want to look crazy. If someone does something and says something and they're in your eyes, you're like, all right, you need to chill. You know, all right, come on. You know, that's not cool. Whatever. Relax. You don't have to be like, get the fuck out. you don't got to do that. It's kind of rude. Yeah, it's terrible.
Bro, so hold on a second. You asked me if I had an example, and then you just continued to...
Well, yeah.
You asked me a question.
Yeah, I had an example. And plus, I kept it rolling.
Yeah, so you had an example, and then
you got an example?
Then you shared your example, bro.
But dude, you don't kick girls out. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Exactly.
I haven't never done that. Like, if anything, like, I'll take you the next day, we'll get a nice acai bowl and call it a day.
Hey, forget about it.
It's already done, Like, but things are fucking different a little bit now. Like, we're in a pandemic or whatever. It's kind of more important than ever that you have a high IQ or you practice some self-control. Really, that's what it comes down to, right? It's about, like, kind of rewiring the way you fucking think about shit, right? So if you're fucking going out, like, you haven't gotten a nut in about a year or so. Like,
you're backed up.
You're backed up.
You're a little bit on the edge.
Yeah. Like, and you got scared a little bit for a moment because OnlyFans was about to shut down, but they reversed it.
Yeah, you were shook. You're like, what am I going to do with myself?
Because I thought about, like, why people, like, go on OnlyFans, right? You're paying $30 like a month or whatever the fuck they're charging to see like some girls specifically.
Bro, $30? Some kids are getting cried.
Yeah, I'm sure.
100, 200.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is, right? And like I thought about it, I was like, yo, why do people go on that? It's like the number one cause of that is because you're fucking lazy, right? Because this Pornhub, you can look at a fucking magazine, you go to a fucking strip club. There's so many options, like you don't even have to pay for that shit. But when I think about it, when you're looking for porn, right? Anyone that watches porn, like I know everyone does, and most of our audience. If you feel bad about it, go to church, pray, go to confession, But the reality is like when you're looking for a porn video, it takes you about 15 to 20 minutes to find one you like, and then you're like, maybe you get into a little bit one, and you're just like, oh, it's not it, and you go back. But with OnlyFans, right? You had the girl that you like, or you had the guy, whatever scenario that you like.
There's some grandmas on there. I don't know. I haven't been.
And you know the expectation. Like I haven't been on it because
I haven't been.
But I had to think about like why the fuck do people pay for that shit, right? Because it's like you go to strip club, it's right there. Like I know in like DC and Virginia, like they're not fully nude. I think they wear pasties and they wear like underwear. But if you go like a little further up, like New Jersey, one place I'm gonna go shout, stilettos. That place. It's a good place to go.
You're talking about strip clubs. The strip clubs, yeah, they're not fully nude. So why would going on a OnlyFans page reduce a man's emotional intelligence?
Yeah, getting back to the topic. Yeah, sorry, I deviated a little bit. I was just like, strip clubs, OnlyFans. There's in the recent news we're talking about it, so it's real. But yeah, basically, dude, like it could, like in a way, right? Because like basically. You're paying for a service and you have expectation, right? So like if you're tuning in and someone's OnlyFans, actually this is really relatable. So this is perfect. This is current news and it's relatable.
Yeah.
So if you're going into OnlyFans, you have a certain expectation about what you're gonna get for your dollar, right? So now and you spend very little time looking for it, right? Because you get that little notification like, yo, she's going live or he's going live, where the fuck you're following it, I don't know what you're into, but not judging. So it goes,
do what you want.
do what the fuck you want. So you get into it and you're just like, yo, it's going live, and it's just like you get whatever the fuck you pay for, right? Now if you go out into modern society, like at least in the United States, US of A, you can't just straight pay for pussy unless you're paying like for prostitution. And that's only legal in Las Vegas.
Is it?
Yes, it's legal.
Well, yeah, I forgot. I don't know. But they're out there.
All the tips and trades, everybody.
Oh, yeah, they're out there in Las Vegas. Like, just go there, be careful. I would say don't do it, but if you're going to do it, wrap up. Wrap before you tap.
I mean, number one is like you should always, like if it's a girl you don't know, you don't trust, you should always be wrapping up. Georgian, sponsor us. Thank you.
100%. If it's a girl you don't know and you don't trust, and if she's a prostitute, I suggest you wrap it up.
Yeah, so back to the point though. Like that's a nice public service announcement, PSA. I was thinking about PDA, that's what the acronym, but it wasn't the right one. So like I thought about it for a second. Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
But yeah, basically what I'm saying is like you have this expectation, right? So like you're like, oh, I can pay for whatever, I can see whatever the fuck I want, whatever, right? Now you're going out in public, it's not the same fucking way.
It's not.
Sorry to break it to you,
Exactly.
Like you can't just go out and be like, yo, I'm buying this girl like a drink or two, and she's gonna go home with me, and she's gonna suck my dick. Like it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
Like number one is like, if you're thinking like that, it's like, where's your respect at? Put some respect on that a little bit.
Terrible.
Number two, it's like fucking like, yo, the entitlement is fucking like is nuts, bro. Like you can't just fucking like buy your way into a normal situation if it's not aka prostitution or an escort. You're not or OnlyFans, right? Like you're going out and it's like, yo, like you gotta be okay with like the girl rejecting you. You gotta be understanding like if I buy a drink, like it's an investment, maybe an investment like fucking like the stock raises, maybe like the stock fucking declines, and you have to fucking sell, and you lose. You miss.
Bro, you can't even look at it as an investment. If you buy a drink for a girl or a dude or whatever, another individual, you have to. It's literally from the heart. You have to be perfectly fine with you agreeing to, yes, your next drink is on me. Either they could have stayed, have a conversation with you, or they could, oh, thank you for the drink, and walk away. You must be perfectly fine with both scenarios.
No, 100%. That's emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
There we go.
You gotta do that. Like, you gotta fucking. I've done it before in the past, long time ago. I literally told this girl, I'm like, hey, listen, I think you're pretty cool, alright? We were talking for like maybe 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna buy you a drink. You know, I know you got your friends over there. I'm gonna buy you this drink out of the goodness of my heart. You can take the drink, walk away. I'm fine with that. If you want to sit and chat, I'm fine with that too. And she's like, oh, okay. She got a drink. She walked right away.
100%. Emotional intelligence is being cool always, right?
Perfectly fine. And I told her, I didn't walk after her. I didn't chase her. I was like, well, hey, listen, it was good to meet you. Enjoy your drink. Go back, chill with your friends. Yeah, just left it at that. But, you know, I literally gave her the option. So, yeah. That is emotional intelligence. You can't expect anything from anything you do. Like, fucking, you just gotta be cool about it. And believe it or not, being cool about it, shit. Being too cool about it, you'll probably end up getting, you know, some girl you didn't even expect, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's just not worrying about shit, right? It's like, all it is like, yo, I'm going out, I'm having a good fucking time, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like not to say like, yo, sitting back, it's gonna all happen for you, because you gotta take some action, right? You gotta be okay with getting rejected, right? And fucking whatever scenario, you gotta be able to fucking adapt, you know?
Yeah, fuck that. Just join the Thousand Club.
Actually, I have a good fucking example of another scenario where emotional intelligence is the key, right? And you see this shit all the time, because fucking dudes get blasted left and right for, number one, sliding a DM, right? The girl doesn't respond to you, sending 5 more DMs, and like, you start off with saying like, yo, you're beautiful, and then you end up with, you fucking bitch, like, you're a slut. Like, that is fucking lacking
emotional intelligence. That's not funny, that is lacking of emotional intelligence.
No, it's like, it's not funny, because it's like, it's so, like, as a guy, like, that knows how to act and fucking has been through like a lot of scenarios where early on, yeah, maybe I didn't know how to act, but I fucking learned. I reflected on it, and now I'm a better person, right? Because like one of my friends, like she sends me all this shit all the time. Like she's on the dating apps. Everyone's on the dating apps. We're in a fucking pandemic, so it's fucking where you gotta go. I mean, me personally, I'd rather meet people in person. You know, like it's you get the vibe right away. You understand like whether you can get that excited or not, and I can handle being dead and unsafe because I have a high EQ.
There you go.
But when you're a fucking dude, and if a girl's not responding to you, like at most, maybe send a double text, and after the second text, don't fucking message her again unless she messages you back. And like unless she messages you back basically saying like, yo, let's have a continued conversation, right? That's all about the EQ, right? Like I told you, like how like that progressed so quickly, right? It's like, hey, you're so beautiful, and it's like, fuck you, bitch. Like it's like, yo, like how the fuck do we get from here to here? You know, like where the fuck is your EQ at? Like what the fuck are you thinking about?
It's I feel like it's a lot of guys, they deal with insecurities, and you know, at the end it's like, oh, she would be fucking she would be lucky to have me, but dude, if you're the one blowing up her phone, you got that shit backwards. That's not how that works. If you're thinking like, oh, she's so hot, whatever, first you're like, hey beautiful, how are you? No response. Right? Okay, well, how's your day? That's a very nice outfit. No response. Okay? Fuck you, bitch. I didn't even watch you anyways.
Yeah, like, you're ugly. Or like,
you're fucking ugly. You know, like, what? Dude, like, come on, bro. That's you being insecure. That's somebody who's insecure, and they didn't get the response after they initiated the conversation. So now they fucking go cold because hopefully, fuck you, bitch, gets you some type of response. I don't even know why, but it gives people pleasure that, oh, she saw it, you know. And that's the thing. Instead of seeing, you can see that shit. It says, oh, so like that's what gives people pleasure. Like you don't even have to respond to me, but I know you read my fucking rude ass message, and I hope it fucked up your day. That's what people are thinking, and it's fucked up. It really is.
It makes absolutely fucking no sense. It's
terrible.
Just like, I mean, like from the perspective of like, all right, if you're insecure and you like fucking not okay with rejection, okay, it makes sense for you because like that's what you do. You
should watch the podcast.
Yeah, but Lauren, it's like it's real. Like there's no other way to put it but other saying like it's fucking ugly behavior. If that is you and you're listening to this podcast, stop that shit, okay?
Please,
like, you're making people uncomfortable and you're making the world like a worse place. You know, like our dream and our fucking goal is like to teach fucking young men, gentlemen, women, young ladies how to fucking act, right? It's like we're sharing our experiences because we've been through a lot of shit. We've dated, we had flings, we've been
arrested, gone to jail. I ain't going back.
I mean, it was a little bit different, you know, but like even in those situations, right? Like, I mean, like it's like I get like a lot of shit fucking happens, and sometimes like you lose your cool here and there, you know. There's like sometimes like you cross a boundary and it's fucking like, yo, what the fuck, you know, like you're gonna lose it a little bit. Like I'm gonna even put myself on blast a little bit, but like honestly, like it was pretty disrespectful, and like I had to say something. I was gonna let it slide. Like I remember like me and this guy, we took a couple girls out, and like we're having the whole night. We were basically paying for the hookah, paying for the drinks and everything. It was like good vibes. There was like a little bit of drama like there, blah 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 blah. And then basically at the end of the night, it was just like when it came time to like head out.
I left early.
He left early.
Yes, I did.
And we're about to buy these girl shots. Like one of the girls, like I was like talking to, I was like, she's like, yeah, let's do a shot. Another girl is like, when I wanted her to talk to her or whatever, she's like, what do you want? Like, like she said it so fucking rudely, and I was like, number one, that was not a fucking joke. Number two, like, that was completely unnecessary, considering the fact that we're hanging out all night, some good fucking vibes.
Yeah.
Buying drinks, whatever, hookah, whatever, blah, blah. I don't know, like, she was annoyed with some other shit, right? And I kind of lost it, like, a little bit, like, not, like, too disrespectful, but I was just like, yo, all I said was, like, yo, that's fucking disrespectful. I told her straight to her face, I was like, yo, that's pretty fucking disrespectful, right? Like, some people get offended by, like, just the curse words, but they're not really listening to the fucking message. I don't know why I don't understand, like, why people are just like, yo, like, you use a curse word, now your message no longer valid. It's just like, yo, I said fucking. I didn't say fuck you. I didn't call her any names or nothing, right? So I was just like, yo, that's pretty fucking disrespectful. And like the other girl was just like, yo, that's my friend or whatever. I was just like, yo, I don't give a fuck. That was pretty disrespectful. Like, why is she responding like absolutely rudely to me? Like when we had a good vibe, we were having a good night. I don't know what's going on with you, whatever you're dealing with, whatever. But at the same time, it's like no excuse to like treat someone who's been basically treating you out for the night rude. Yeah. You know, like she's like, oh, it's just like, and then they walk out and I was just like, yo, I'm not gonna leave it like that, you know. So I go out and I'm just like, yo, look, like you gotta understand from I calmed down a little bit. I went from like I got heated a little bit. I was like, dude, don't fucking disrespect me like that. Like number one is like, especially like when I'm putting you on the whole fucking night, don't fucking disrespect me like that. You know, like that's like I could have like been a little bit more calm at the same time, but it's just like, dude, like when you're drinking alcohol a little bit, who's 100% calm all the way? But like what I did though, like to redeem myself, was like I did went outside. I was just like, hey, look, like you gotta understand where I'm coming from. Like the way like you said that, like sounded pretty disrespectful. Like it sounded like it was basically what I got from your tone, from your nonverbal gestures, and the lack of eye contact is like, who the fuck are you? And like to me that was just like a big excuse me moment. It's just like, who the fuck am I? You know? And that's when I was just like, I'm fucking Italian, and that shit comes out, and I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, again, I didn't call her any names or nothing, right? Yeah. All I said was like, yo, that's fucking disrespectful, right? And her friend was just focused on the fact that I said that was fucking disrespectful, right? That's so minimal to like what the fact she fucking did, right? Yeah. Blatantly disrespected me. 100%. Blatantly disrespected me. Like 100%. Anyone here listening to this podcast would agree that's disrespectful, right? But I did go outside and like basically I was just like, yo, look, from my perspective, it was that. Sat down. And then I ended up with just a give a hug, and I was like, yo, get home safe, and that was it. And it was wrapped up, right? As a gentleman, like I cooled down. I was like, all right, maybe I should have come and cool a little bit more. But again, like that's pretty disrespectful. So I was like, you gotta understand, like we're drinking alcohol and you're being blatantly disrespectful. I'm gonna say some shit, you know? Well, no, 100%. You shouldn't like. If you're going out with a couple of girls and you're treating them, they shouldn't be disrespecting you at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like for me, it's just like in my mind, it's like I have a couple like lines you can't cross, and now it's like one of the lines. We're good. We got a couple more minutes. Yeah, that's cool. We'll finish up this topic. And then I just want to give. I can read that time. That's dead for me. Yeah. So basically, it was just like like I cleaned it up. Even when I was a gentleman, like right, I came down a little bit, but I was just like you gotta understand from my perspective. And why I was saying that, like I took away the curse words, and all of a sudden they started listening. I was like, when you put the curse words, like they just saw me like getting heated. It was just like, I don't know if they were aware of like how disrespectful it was or not. I don't know. Cause she was saying like it was a joke, and I said, bro, like the way you said that, it was definitely 100%.
No, that's just a half-assed excuse. So
yeah,
I was in the wrong.
Cause she half-assed said it too. Like she was like, yeah, I could understand that, and I was like, and then I repeated it again. I was like, yeah, that's kind of disrespectful. She came up a little bit, and I was like, all right, it's okay, we'll have a good night, you know, and then that was it, you know.
Bro, to me, I find it interesting. Some individuals actually do things on purpose to see if they can provoke a reaction. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's like action for reaction. Maybe she was legitimately mad, but like not at you, but you were, you know, in the vicinity. So she's like, I'm just gonna take it out on him and see what he does.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, bro, like.
But at the same time, that's not your problem, you know. I wasn't there, but in that scenario, if that happened, I would have been like, oh yeah. All right, cool. No shot for you. Walk away. That's it. All right, no shot.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it was even that crazy of like lose a cool moment, because like I said, like I didn't call any names, nothing like that. Like, I wasn't even getting disrespectful to her.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
hey. My guy dropped the mic.
Yeah, but I think we're just summarizing it. We could take a break.
Yeah, we can take a break.
This part could probably just get cut, you know.
We can.
Yeah.
Listen, all right. We are the Savygents. We're gonna take a break.
We can just keep that in. I don't give a fuck.
My guy dropped the mic if you were saying some real powerful shit. But we'll be right back with the second part of the podcast and the quote of the day. SGC out.
Yes, sir.
Guess who's back, baby? SGC, aka the Savygents Live. Your boss, your host with the most, Don 4. Over here is Big Al, and we were talking about EQ, which is emotional intelligence. This is for the second part of the podcast. How you doing?
Yeah, we had to take a quick break. It was about the time, you know, when you don't screw your mic all the way on the table and it just kind of falls off. I don't know if that's ever happened.
You know you don't know how to act, right?
Yeah. See, but at the same time, it's like what I exhibited there was a high level of EQ. Are you calm? I saved the beer.
He saved the beer.
Made sure the beer didn't spill on my laptop.
100%.
Didn't spill on my shorts.
Exactly.
Didn't spill on my guy. Look,
exactly.
It's still right here. It's still full. That means
I
got a drink.
The beer didn't spill. He dropped the mic, but not all the way. You know, saved it a little bit.
Table.
It's okay. And then he had enough EQ to be like, you know what? Let's take a break. We'll get right back to the show after a quick break, and it worked.
Yeah, it was like the universe was like watching and listening to that story. It's like, bro, like, did you react the right way in that scenario? And I was like,
Yeah. Before we go into, you know, the next topic is emotional intelligence. What we did.
You mean the sub? Let's just say it's sub.
It's the same top, but it's a little bit different. Earlier we were talking about dating emotional intelligence. You know, just going out, meeting somebody, how to react if they do something.
We talked about OnlyFans.
Exactly. Talked about OnlyFans. all those interesting concepts, you know. But for the second part of the show, we're gonna go ahead and talk about relationship emotional intelligence. It gets different when you're dealing with somebody that you know and you're dating them. Like she's your girlfriend, she's your wife, whatever. Like, and you have a connection with this individual, and the emotional intelligence can, you know, waver up and down depending on what type of day it is or what you did last week. Did you find somebody texting you? Who is this girl on your phone sending you? You see, it can go up and down. We're gonna talk about that in a second, but let me give you some few examples of low EQ. Number one, when a girl is texting you one-word answers and you're texting her paragraphs, low emotional intelligence. She's no longer that interested.
No, 100%.
You gotta relax on that. Let's see. Number two. Let's say you're out. You walk up and approaching a girl, and she says, "Hi, it was great to meet you. I'm going to the bathroom." You stay around. Your IQ, buddy, it's not there.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about like in a relationship.
I said quick examples.
Alright, bro. Alright, let's bring it all the way back to.
Quick example. Right. You think you can talk to me? How you want to talk to me because you're fucking wearing a goddamn headset?
Yeah.
Anyways, Last one, and then we're gonna go into relationship. All right. If a girl says, if you offer a girl to pick, if she's like, hey, if you're like, hey, I'm gonna pick you up, and she's like, oh no, I'll meet you there. Look, don't feel offended. She's just not comfortable riding with you.
Dude, like your situation, you gotta add a little more context on this. All right. So when you're talking about EQ, it's like your reaction.
Well, yeah,
but it's not necessarily just your actions, right?
Well, true. Don't push for the ride. If you're like, hey, let me pick you up, let's ride together, and she's like, no, don't be like, wait, but it makes more sense. All right, your IQ, right? Your EQ.
Come on, dude. All right, hold on, dude.
That makes sense to me. If somebody's pushing for something unwanted, their EQ's not there. That's all.
All right, dude. All right.
He thinks he can talk to me because the way he's wearing a headset.
Yo, but like, nah, you're just all right. So the first couple of examples I agree with. The second one is just like you gotta give a little more context. It's just like, yo, just because like you're saying like I don't want to drive out there, like it's just like, all right, what's the key about the emotional intelligence is like the tone, the words that you're using, right? So if someone's like, yo, like basically like, yo, you gotta come out to me or whatever, and if you're putting a whole fucking fit on it, right? And like maybe in your text you're not really showing it, you're like, I don't really want to drive out there, but like you drive out there anyway, right? Maybe you don't even say it in your text. You get over there and you're fucking pouting and shit, right? Because you're just like you feel like you gotta go over there all the time, and she never comes to you, like, right? If you want to have a real like the emotional intelligence here would be to have a conversation, right? But instead you're fucking keeping it so you're dead in the fucking vibe by bringing your ugly ass energy.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, he got what I was trying to say. He just explained it better, not knocking the guy. You know, I don't do that. Good job. That's SGC approved.
No, exactly. Yeah. See, like I know where he's going with it. Like I like the thing like I always like emphasize, and like everyone can approve on this. It's just like when you're talking to one person, like sometimes it's like telepathic. You guys will pick up exactly what you mean, right? But if you're on a podcast and you're presenting to an audience that you don't know who they are, you need to fully articulate the whole thought. You know, it can't just be to me. You know, it has to be to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't just say you. I just said everybody could work on this. See, emotional intelligence.
Who you calling?
See, the way he reacted to that situation right there.
The way I reacted to what?
He was mimicking me. Right?
Was I mimicking you?
Yeah.
Is that how you felt?
See, the tone in his voice is raising up.
Don't worry.
That's a great example.
This guy's terrible. He knows I'm fucking around. He just wants to fucking prove a point.
But like,
all right. Let's stop goofing around. Let's talk about the relationship emotional intelligence. Well, like when you're in a relationship and you know the individual, and sometimes, let's say you guys have an argument, and they want to teach you a lesson, or like they do certain things, you know, it's out of character for them. And, you know, it depends on their emotional intelligence. Like, I give you a perfect example. Let's say you have an argument. You go out to dinner, you have an argument about what? Nothing, whatever. Just an argument. Oh, who's that girl you're staring at in the green dress? Blah, blah, blah. And, you know, your girl feels uncomfortable. And then she's just like, I'm not talking to you. And you go home with her, and she's still like, I'm not talking to you. You know, like...
I mean, honestly, that's a little bit, like, honestly, like...
Dude, you sit there and act like it doesn't happen.
I mean, alright, so that does happen, right? So, like, if a girl does that, like, a girl has a right to have her feeling, right? If you're literally just sitting there staring at some girl's ass, like, she has a right, like, and you guys are fucking dating, she's a girlfriend, she has a right to say some shit and feel a type of way, right? The difference is, like, okay, like, if she's fucking, like, everyone has a different time frame when they do things, whatever, like, I don't know, like, it depends on who you date, right? Some people, like, will be like a little bit more, I guess, forgiving. I guess that's what you want to use.
Yeah, forgiving.
But like, if you're just like basically like, if you're just like, the emotional intelligence in this situation would be basically like, babe, that like really upset me. Like right now, I don't want to talk to you. If you say it like that, right? The lacking of the emotional intelligence is just like, you put on a mood, you don't say shit.
Exactly.
You're like, I'm fine, I'm okay. Like, and then you're just having an attitude. Like,
yeah.
That's what the fucking problem is.
Exactly. That definitely can be annoying sometimes to some individuals if it happens to you. It's like, it's almost like you got to find out what you did wrong type deal. So it's very interesting. Do you engage in that type of behavior or like?
See, like, here's a scenario, right? Here's a real life scenario, right? It's like, sometimes you wanna like fucking get into it because it's like sometimes they like will irk you in a way. You wanna get into it,
but you know they're doing it on purpose, right?
Yeah, but you realize it like after a while. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why am I even engaged in this shit? Like, for example, like this one person I used to like date like a while back, like. Literally, every time we got in a fight, she'd say the most fucked up shit.
That's not funny.
Yeah, like it would be like, or like, it would be the most fucked up shit, or it'd just be like, just remind me of my botches, right? And it's like, yo, that's fucking low EQ right there. Like,
so she'd just go for the jugular.
Like, completely irrelevant to what we're talking about, right?
And just bring it up.
If it's like, okay, like you botch it and it's relevant to the scenario, okay, like, yeah, sure, bring up a prior incident. But if it's completely fucking irrelevant to something, and it's something that should have been like pretty much sealed off or closed off,
yeah,
leave it there, you know? But like the fucking low EQ is like, I'm gonna say whatever I fucking can to fucking hurt you, because you hurt me. Maybe like it wasn't as significant, right? But in their mind, it was like, okay, they hurt me, so I'm gonna fucking hurt them even more, right? That's an example of fucking low EQ, right? It's like in a relationship, and a girl is just like, okay, like I'm gonna do whatever it takes to fucking crush this guy's soul, and like, bro, that's not cool.
Dude, it's definitely not cool, but like, just react action to reaction. This individual is doing this on purpose because you know her to get a reaction out of you. Now you being the individual out of the relationship with higher EQ, do you engage, do you react, or you just ignore it? But you're definitely bothered. Do you let her see you're bothered, or do you just play it cool? So you hold that shit in.
Yeah, it's like,
you see, there's so many ways you can play that
but
shit.
here's the deal, right? I think it's like the best way to handle it, like even EQ on your side, right? Is basically like, you know what she's doing, right?
So you're not
gonna let it go, right? You're not gonna let it go. But at the same time, you're not gonna address her until she's fucking like ready to calm down a little bit, and then you're gonna address her. And it's like, all right, now it's safe to open that door.
It's safe, bro. It's never safe, bro.
Now it's like you get in there and you're just like, okay, like at this point, if you guys are dating or whatever, like maybe it's been a few months, years, whatever, fuck, like you're starting to learn the language a little bit, how to communicate with that girl for her to understand where you're coming from and not for you to take it the wrong way. And you also guys know how to push each other's buttons too, right? Like pushing each other's buttons is like, yo, like it's pointless. It's fucking, you're running in circles. It's like, you're doing it because you're mad, you're upset in a moment, and sometimes someone takes it further than fucking necessary.
You know, some people enjoy that. They like they call it.
They do. It's like almost like petty shit.
Yeah, they call it fight and fuck. Some people, men and women, fight and fuck. Yeah, they'll start an argument to have sex afterwards. You know, like
has that happened to you?
Huh?
Has that happened to you?
Yes. No. Yes, it has. It's.
Yo, I want a little.
Bro, it's a real thing. It's a real. All right. So alright, okay, check this out. True story.
See, I can feel emotional trauma.
Yeah, so who are you calling traumatized? But anyways, true story, folks. Back in the day, let's say maybe 3-4 years ago, I was dealing with this individual. We had, we were exclusive, right? 3-4 years, yeah, we were exclusive. I was taking her out on a date, okay? And she didn't like the hat I was wearing. So she threw a fit of a hat.
This is a good example here, okay.
Exactly, dude, this is some true shit. And I'm sitting here, and she's upset. She said, I don't like your hat. You can't go out with me wearing that hat. And I'm thinking...
What hat were you wearing, by the way?
What?
What hat were you wearing?
It was a floral bucket hat.
She got you buckled real good.
It was this and this.
He's traumatized, bro.
Dude, I like my bucket
okay.
hat.
I've been traumatized before. It's okay.
No, listen, if you don't have any trauma, you should get some trauma.
Alright, maybe not. We don't condone
It's gonna happen to you.
Oh,
anyways.
I should see it's not gonna happen.
No, but alright, so I had a floral bucket hat and she didn't like it. And I was like, my brothers gave me this hat, I'm gonna wear it regardless. That could be me being ignorant, that could be me being stubborn, whatever, but like, to me, it was just a fucking hat and it fucking doesn't matter. So like, you know, like, oh, whatever, I'm gonna wear my hat. But my outfit looked good, you feel me? Well, I felt like I looked good, but she wasn't having it. And then we didn't go out, we sat there and we argued for like an hour and a half.
About the hat?
About the hat. about the fucking hat. Because I'm not taking it off. And then she got dressed. She's like, all right, well, I'm not going. Then she got undressed. And now she's just like, she sits back in bed and she's like, let's just watch a movie because I'm not going out with you dressed like that and you're still here. I was about to leave. I was like, well, I'm just gonna go home. And then she's like, no, don't go home. I'm like, whoa, what's the point of all of this? Later I learned it was fucking picking an argument with me to see if I cared enough to take off the hat and respect her decision and her opinion. It was, to me, it was crazy. Like, you can't really call women crazy, but like, she did that on purpose. I would consider this being low EQ because the argument wasn't about the fucking hat. It wasn't about the hat. She wanted to see, it was a test to see if I cared enough about her opinion to take the hat off, which apparently I didn't. And I was like, no, I'm not taking off my fucking hat. If you don't want to go anywhere, fuck it. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but it's like from the guy's side, and like, correct me if I'm wrong, Don, but from your perspective, it's just like, yo, like, you're seeing me, you know my style, you know how I fucking dress. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and you know how I am. I'm gonna dress how I fucking want.
Exactly.
And it's like, alright, this is a little secret, and the girls are gonna get so mad at me for saying this. But basically, like, once the girl starts dressing a man, you're losing your fucking rights.
Yeah, right?
Like as soon as, like, this is probably more for the guys, like, honestly, like, girls that be doing this, stop doing this shit. But basically, like, don't be trying to dress your man. Like, he has a fucking style, unless he fucking, like, totally does not know how to fucking dress, and, like, he's having issues maybe with insecurity. Yeah, and like he needs a boost up, right? Like boost the man up a little bit, right? Sometimes the guy just doesn't fucking know, and he might be open to it, right? But there's a guy like he's just like, all right, he has a style, right? And he's already confident in that style.
Let him be,
right? If he's not confident, he's insecure. All right, then you have a chance to like have a little bit of influence in it, and that's when it's a little bit more appropriate because you're just like, okay, like I want you to look good, you know? Or hopefully you want them to look good. I don't know. Maybe you don't want them to look good, so now I go pick them up. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, but that was my little battle. And then at the end of the day, we did end up hooking back up. But it was like I started to lose interest in that individual because I was like, you're so adamant on things that don't even matter. Like why? I wonder how much worse you could be on shit that actually does matter. So I distanced myself, and then I just stopped hanging. We stopped hanging out. Stopped being exclusive. I basically cut her off. So it is what it is. Yeah.
That's a good scenario right there.
Yeah, dude, and I know other guys deal with stuff like that times 10. And we're here to tell you you're not alone, and we're here to tell you make sure your action is not overreaction. Make sure if they did something to upset you, acknowledge that. Don't just because your first thought is to, oh, I gotta fucking go for the kill. Don't do. I gotta go for the jugular.
Don't be like, yo, I gotta top. Like the mentality, like I gotta fucking top you. It's like, especially if it's like someone you care and love about. It's like you're creating problems for someone you actually give a shit about. Like it's like if you're going on, and it's like someone like disrespects you. Like okay, sure, like maybe like go for the jugular. Not like literally, metaphorically. I don't know who's listening. Who's fucking crazy. But yeah.
I remember, bro. Just to, a little bit more about my story. Like you gotta understand, half of the fucking argument was a lot of,
dude. Dude. Yo, sorry. Like that's where that came from. Cause this guy like. He just be doing it to me to be more annoying. Like one day he was just like, I don't even know what the fuck happened, but like one day he just did it every fucking night.
I was showing you my disturbance, just you know,
yeah, like
that would have the argument. I would say something and she would say something, and then she would go and huff and puff and tell me that I just don't get it. Huh?
I said she blew your house down.
Yeah, fucking 3 little pigs. Yeah, no, but that shit just, that irks me till this day.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Till this day, that irks me.
It's funny because me and Don have like all these like different like inside jokes and shit. Like most people look at us and like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm sure like if you have a best friend, maybe you don't. If you need best friends, hit us up. We're actually really cool as shit. If you're not weird. Like, you can be weird, but don't be a weird fuck. What I mean by that is, like, weird is, like, fucking, like, you're not doing what everybody's fucking doing. You're fucking unique. You're individual. A weird fuck is, like, you're making people uncomfortable, and you're aware of making them uncomfortable, and you still continue to do it.
And you don't care you're making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a weird fuck.
Yeah, no, it's funny, but yeah, like I don't know, man. Like you just go through shit like that, and you're like, all right, you know what? If that ever happens to me again, I'm just gonna be like, hey, no, yeah, I could do that, but you know what? Hey, thank you. I'm taking my hat and I'm going, and that's it. I'm not gonna sit there. I'm not gonna argue. Like, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm taking my hat off and I'm leaving. You got what you wanted, but I'm not gonna sit here and do your fucking argument or whatever the fuck you're trying to do, because I know what you're trying to do, and we can talk about it when you calm down.
Would you do this ever or no?
I wish I did. I wish I did. That's, oh my god.
That's a little bit like, that's not really showing high level EQ.
It's not, but it's funny as fuck.
It is so funny. Like, have you never done this to anybody? Like, the next time someone says question, go like this.
Yeah, just shoot. Sometimes you just gotta shoot people away.
Like this. Like, all excessive.
You know, just.
I bring it all the way up to the face.
You think
to the side?
I do it so petty. I even put my shoulders up and just like, you know,
Yo, it's... Like,
anyway,
we're giving all the tips and trades about.
Yeah, we're terrible. We're terrible. You have anything else for a relationship EQ? I mean, that was my scenario. If you have one.
Yeah, I mean, like we both like. What I like about our podcast is like they're very free flowing. I don't know if you guys noticed. Like after I think it was around episode 7. I don't know why I remember that, but it was around like episode 7 we made the switch to like we have like a topic and then we let it free flow, and then like as we're talking about it, it's nuts because we're drinking more beer. We're remembering like crazy ass stories we've been a part of that are relatable to the topic. You know, like we try to bring it back to the point always. Like sometimes obviously we deviate. We're just talking shit. We're drinking beer. What the fuck are you doing? But I mean, hopefully watching us.
We're not drunk. We've been drinking though.
Yeah. Hopefully watching us, and if you're like working hard, grinding, like mad props to you. Keep fucking going.
Mad respect.
Yeah, like make it happen. Fuck what everyone else says. Just do you. Do fucking you.
Dude, do you and do the best you can. Because I promise you, the more haters you have, the better you're doing. I promise you that.
Yeah, because people hate to see people be successful. I don't know why we have this fucking like, I don't know, it's like conditioned into us. It's just a fucking culture. But like people just fucking hate when someone like, especially like they have like mild and decent success, and then they see you like surpass them. It's like when it's your peer, right? If they know you are, they're just like, yo, what the fuck? It's like you're lucky. It's like no motherfucker, I've been working my ass off. That's why I got this. You know, that's the truth. But like. Again, relating back to the EQ point is like, you don't give a fuck about that shit. Like you get to a point where you're just like, I don't care what the fuck you're tripping at.
Exactly.
I know exactly why you're tripping. I know you. I can see in your fucking soul. I know where you're going.
This guy's fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, like
crazy.
It scares people sometimes.
Yeah, right now it's crazy. No, it's so the best advice I can give, you know, anybody dealing with somebody with low EQ, don't overreact. Shit, the best reaction is no reaction. Let them make a fool out of themselves. You know, that's
let them come back and it's like you go over there, put your Netflix on, and you start watching. Like they say something crazy, you're just like, you know what, like you're upset right now. I'm sorry you're upset. I'm gonna go step out of the room.
Exactly.
Remove yourself, and then you're like, once they calm down, you put on your Netflix show, put on for like an hour or two.
Chill.
They'll come on over.
Watch Arrested Development.
And they'll be thinking, they're like, wait, he had no reaction.
Exactly.
Like, they will be fucking baffled. Why the fuck you didn't react? It's like, you know why? Because you have a high fucking EQ.
Exactly. They'll be fucking baffled. And also another one is, just call them out. Just call them out on it. Like, people are shocked to get called out. I'll be like, hey, I see exactly what you're doing, and I'm not going to react to that. You go ahead, get it together. You come holler at me when you're ready to talk like an adult. And then just walk away. And I kid you not, just call them up, be like, hey, listen, I know exactly what you're doing, and like I'm not gonna do that with you. So like, when you're ready to talk like an adult, let me know.
Damn. And like they'll hurt them a little bit in the moment, but they'll realize what the fuck went down.
Exactly.
You know, like as long as you don't add anything else into it, they're gonna say something back to you because that's gonna make them mad.
Of course.
If you say like the way Don said it, like nothing wrong with it, you're right.
Yeah.
But it's gonna make them a little bit mad, right? But just be ready, like you know, like I said, like we'll talk a little bit later.
Simple. Exactly. That's.
And if they keep coming back, then that's an abusive ass relationship. You need to get out.
You need to get out and spread those wings, baby. Spread those wings.
And fly away.
Let's go ahead and get to the quote of the day.
Alright, yeah. Oh, shit.
It's on your phone. Oh.
See, that actually came from an individual that we meant to the business. Like, all the shit we say, like...
Yeah, we talked about the kid. I hope he got like 5 kids. I hope he's doing great, you know?
Alright, here it is. I already had it pulled up. Alright, so here it is. This is about everything. All right, so this one's a very simple quote today. Nothing like too crazy. All right, so hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. Okay, that's pretty straightforward.
Woo, let me get that one more time, please.
Oh yeah, I read that pretty quick. Hold on. All right,
good one, baby. Good one.
Yeah, America. All right, hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle.
Perfectly said. Hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. You have talent, you're lucky. But if you have hustle, you're actually better off.
I mean, because here's the deal, like, right? If you have talent and you don't put any work in, it's like you're just gonna be a guy's potential. You're a potential guy. You're gonna be like a what if guy. Like,
yeah.
What if I actually worked?
Exactly. What if I actually wanted more? You know, like, I don't know. There's so much.
You're just forever a potential guy, right? But if you have both, you're fucking blessed. If you have the hustle and the talent, you're the number one player in the world. Like, you're the Tom Brady. You're the fucking Michael Jordan. You know, you're the Tiger Woods. That's fucking you, right?
Yeah.
Hustle and talent.
There you go.
That's what that is, right? Because you hear all the stories, like, even Kobe, God bless his soul, rest in peace, you know.
R.I.P.
All those athletes I just mentioned right there. There's so many other examples, but I love fucking sports, so that's like top of my mind, right? But all those people right there, they had the fucking talent and then the fucking hustle.
The drive.
The drive, bro.
The will to just keep getting better and better and better. Yeah, you gotta find that, you know. You gotta find something you're passionate about and then just fucking grind it out. Because I promise you, eventually it will come. Like, you only need one person to know you're grinding hard and they'll believe in you. Now you believe in you, now you've inspired somebody else to believe in you, and now it's a chain reaction. And that's how it really works.
Oh, quick story, yo. Like, so like about the Savygents, right? We've actually had people like reach out to us in the DMs or whatever. I'm not sure they want to share the information, so I'm not going to. But basically, we weren't even aware of this shit, right? We're just sharing like positive messages. We're sharing our content,
keeping people inspired,
just being nice and genuine. And we've had people come back to us who are just like, yeah, we're inspired, ask us for advice, like collaborating with different people, like we've influenced more people than we thought we could. And it's like these are just the ones that reached out to us, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure like there's others out there, and we appreciate you and respect you, like. If you're scared, like, don't be scared to come talk to us. It's like, slide in a DM, like I said, as long as you're not a weird fuck, like I said. We're cool. And like I said, it's okay to be weird.
We're normal guys. You got our opinions and shit, you feel me? That's all. We've just been through some experience and we thought you might want to know. That's it. Hopefully, if one story, we've had, 28, 29 episodes. If you can look at one of these episodes and just see, wow, that helped me out.
Like, come on, dude.
What?
You're trying to say some serious stuff, and you're just like, yo, I'm in a crunch position.
What do you mean?
Come on,
I'm working out, bro. Leave me alone.
Right.
This guy's always talking shit. You always talking
it's
shit.
Distracted for me, distracted for the audience. Like, what, like, let me do that. Like,
bro, if they're listening on the podcast, how is it distracting them?
I mean, we also have.
I'm well aware of what we've got going on. This fucking guy. Alright.
Like, why are you fucking doing
Does it
that?
matter?
It does. Alright, continue. Alright, well, I guess that's a wrap.
Listen. We're SGC, we're here to help. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Don Ford. This is Big Al. He's got I'm gonna go ahead and let him close out the show like always.
Yeah. Alright.
It's the Savygents live, baby.
Savygents fucking live, dude. Yo. So, what'd you guys think about that shit? Like, what did you guys think? Like, anyways. But, like, what'd you guys think?
This guy's crazy.
Yo, so, anyways.
Can you fucking do the bit?
So that's a wrap, motherfuckers.
All of that for that. Anyways, this guy's nuts. We're out. SBC OUT. Thank you.